We go to the big brokerage call, but just want to mark Divi's because I think it's starting off really well. 3.5% higher because of a large contract. And Eternal, because it was flat when we were speaking about it, but 8 minutes are gone by, starting off about 1% lower. But the big brokerage call for the day today is the BoFA note on Siemens. They've maintained an underperform on Siemens. They've cut the target price to sub 2400. It's opening in the green at 2846. Hersh, what is BoFa's rationale?
Well, 13% odd in terms of a downside, of course, to yesterday's or rather Friday's close, or rather Thursday's close. Now, in terms of the demerger itself, they believe that Siemens Limited actually worse off with regard to where the demerger is, because they're giving away a very high growth segment. The energy segment, and they've broken down this contribution nicely for us, in FY24 has contributed to 37% in terms of order flow, 31% in terms of revenue, and 35% in terms of profit after tax. It's the higher growth segment, therefore. The 9 lakh crore capex just adds to the kind of visibility that Siemens Energy can bring to the table. They believe that energy is likely well placed to capture 50% of the market share in terms of large orders which are coming through, and therefore the opportunity is significant. Siemens Energy, in contrast, they're expecting just a 11% CAGR in terms of revenue growth, whereas for Siemens Energy, X-Energy is 11%. For Siemens Energy, it is actually 26% CAGR in terms of revenue growth expectations, so significantly faster. The X-Energy business could start to see earnings cuts, is what BoFa is putting out. The energy segment contributes around 41 to 43% of earnings for FY25 to 27. That's the expectation. They're valuing Siemens Limited, therefore, at 44 times earnings, and they're reiterating their underperform because the stock currently is valued at 52 times earnings, and therefore bearish with regard to this one.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Interestingly, in the green right now, Siemens. Keep an eye out for that. Soni Patnaik, on the charts, anything on the derivative positions on Siemens?
So, Siemens is also looking strong. In fact, it has a good base around 2700 odd levels. So if it continues to hold that level, which is where we can find the maximum put writers, I think if it continues to hold, it can test towards 3000, which is going to be the next level of resistance. The moment it's crossed and closed above the 3000 mark, positionally stock can retest its highs of 3400, 3600 positionally. So I think one can continue to hold on to the longs with the 2700 as a closing stop loss.
Okay, keep an eye out for the tech names. I don't know. We took the technical view on Eternal as well, but the Tata Elxsi's, Persistent Systems, KPITs of the world on the back of weak numbers from Tata Elxsi and commentary not looking strong for European automakers. Kush Bora, any trades here? Elxsi, Persistent, KPIT, and LTTS. Any of them?
If at all you've got to pick one, there'll be short trades only.
Of course.
On all of these. Tata Elxsi was one stock that we had recommended short on last week for targets of 4700 and 4600 with a stop loss around the 4900 mark. That view still continues. There has been nothing at all.
Can you do a fresh one?
Absolutely. 47, 4600 target, 4900 stop loss, 1:2 risk reward ratio, volumes going up on the short side. So yeah, Tata Elxsi is a short.